in the world of sales, when it comes down to it, who can betray you as a salesperson? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from the North Shore of Oahu. I am at Waimea Bay on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. So here's the thing. At some point, you are going to have a buyer that's going to flat out lie to you. You're going to have a buyer that's going to make all these promises. You're going to think that they're a client, and at the end of the day, they did what they thought was best for them. They asked you for all sorts of free information. They asked you to do a bunch of work. They asked you to do some comparisons. They asked you to bring in and do a demonstration. And you know, here's the thing, in the world of sales, there's wins, there's losses, there's wins. But one of the things that you're going to have to get over is when you get taken by a client, because you only have so much bandwidth. Or another way to explain it is you only have so much mental real estate. And I see salespeople struggle with this, where they lose a deal and it bothers them for an entire week because they got betrayed and because they got played, that they don't go out and they don't close a bunch of other deals. Now, unfortunately, it's normal. It's normal for buyers to lie to you. It's normal for people to tell you something that's not true. So betrayal in sales happens a lot more than you think. It happens a lot more than you think that it would. And you know, it could be you causing it for yourself if you don't role play and you don't practice. It could be you by not getting commitments and asking for the business. There's so many times that I have ridden with salespeople and they're sitting at the table with the buyer, and the buyer says, "All right, great, I love it." And the salesperson says, "All right, well, I'll call you later." Well, that wasn't betrayal on the part of the buyer. That was your fault for not closing the deal, okay? So some of this betrayal can be stopped if you have the abilities to close, if you have the techniques, the strategies, the things that you need to know how to do to close that sale, okay? So some betrayal is going to happen. Some of it can be slowed, and just sometimes you deal with the wrong buyer, you're dealing with the wrong client, and they're a scumbag. And you know what? Realistically, if they're going to treat you like that in the beginning, they're going to treat you like that in the middle, they're going to treat you like that in the end. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to feel that, but it's the truth. Sometimes you not getting a client could be the best thing ever. You know, the best thing for you is for your competition, and I'm using that term a lot roughly, the person that you sell against, to get a bad client that you passed up on because you know that they were a bad person. So there you go. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.